Hello and welcome back. So far, you have learned how to define 3 of the 4 pillars of your brand's foundation. You have defined your brand purpose, which is why your business exists and what you stand for. You have looked into the future and set your brand vision and focus towards your lofty goals. And you have crafted your brand mission, which is the action statement that your business will follow to make your vision a reality. Now it's time to complete the 4th and the final step of defining your brand's foundation, your brand values. Your brand values represent the compass that will guide your business narrative, your actions, your behaviors, and your decisions. Your brand values will be a constant reminder of what is important to your business and the audience that you serve. If your business consistently stands true to your brand values, it will make every decision and marketing strategy an obvious and effortless task. When your brand's values are properly aligned with your brand purpose, your brand vision, and your brand mission, you will possess 20/20 clarity on everything that your business needs to do to achieve greatness. When these values are aligned with the values of your target audience, then this demographic of customers is more likely to support your business and be motivated to purchase from you. In today's crowded marketplace, consumer trust is more difficult than ever to achieve. To gain that trust, your business must consistently demonstrate a core set of values to maintain your brand's authenticity. In addition to motivating the customer, your brand values can have an extremely powerful effect on your employees and team members. Brand values have the potential to attract top talented professionals who desire to work for organizations that hold the same values that they do. Think about it. How incredible would it be to work for a brand doing what you love while demonstrating values that you can be proud of and passionate about? Remember, your brand values are the principles that will guide your behaviors. Before we dive into how to discover your brand values, let's first review the benefits that core values will bring to your business. Benefit number 1, brand values will help your business make decisions that align with your brand mission. Number 2, your brand values will increase employee engagement. Benefit number 3, your brand values will make your brand more memorable. Benefit number 4, your brand values will create deep emotional connections with your audience. Benefit number 5, your brand values will maintain your brand's authenticity. Benefit number 6, your brand values will guide everyone on your team to maintain consistency. And benefit number 7, your brand values will inspire brand loyalty. Now that you are clear about the benefits of defining your brand values and how they will lead and shape your brand, let's discover what those values are. Notice I said discover your brand values, not write them, create them, or define them. You don't create your brand values. They already exist within your organization. It's your job to discover what they are and define them so your brand can effectively use them in your marketing campaigns. Here are 6 steps to help you discover your brand values. Number 1, get inspired. Make a list of other brands that you admire for inspiration, both within and outside of your industry. What are the qualities of these brands that resonate with you and those that you want to demonstrate for your business? Focus on the qualities that you can follow in your brand. Number 2, initiate a brainstorming session. Gather up the team for a brain dump. Create lists of words and short phrases that describe the values that are important to your business. Ask the team questions like, what do they value most as a brand? What does the brand stand for? Think about reasons why your target audience would choose you over the competition. We're not looking for refined quality at this point, just ideas that lead to other ideas. Be sure to enter with an open mind and let go of any preconceived notions about your brand. Use action words that the employees can live by. Aim to list at least 20 words or phrases. Number 3, trim your list. Take your list of 20 or so words and cut out the noise. You want to create the most impact that you can, so get rid of the words that dilute the message. Your final list should include values that describe what your brand stands for and are actively doing right now. This should not be what your brand vision is or what your brand wants to become in the future. Number 4, expand to phrases. Now take your final list of words and combine them into a few phrases or sentences. Use short, impactful phrases that are easy to recall and trigger a response. Be sure to differentiate your business from the competition. Brand values should not describe every other brand within your industry. Number 5, reflect on negative experiences. Ask your team about negative situations that they've experienced with other brands before, specifically those of the competition. How did those experiences make them feel? And what can you do that will ensure that you do not create the same experiences for your customers? Number 6, align with how you demonstrate these values. Next, do a final audit of your phrases and craft the perfect set of brand values. Align them with what your business is already doing. Ask your team why you are doing them and why they are important. Once you have the inspiring brand values in place and your team feels passionate about them, you're probably wondering how exactly to communicate them to your audience. You should start internally within your business. Make sure that every employee, partner, and stakeholder believes in these same values and is willing to uphold them and is able to repeat them without hesitation. Include them in internal documents, sales reports, monthly metrics, recite them as pre-meeting rituals, or paint them on the walls of your office. Whichever method you choose, constantly remind your team the importance of your brand values. Remember, all great brands start within the business. Next, you need to connect with the consumer through powerful content marketing that demonstrates these values on a personal level. Be open, honest, vulnerable, and passionate when speaking about your brand values. This will help your audience relate to them and form a personal connection. Here are 5 ways that you can share your brand values. Number 1, weave them into your story. Your brand story will become a very powerful tool in your brand strategy. Including brand values in your narrative will enhance the customer connection that is critical to the success of your brand. Number 2, place them on your website. Your brand's website will most likely be the first place a potential customer visits to learn more about your business. Be sure to include your brand values in your page copy, product info, or on your About page. Number 3, showcase your team. Use beautiful and bright photos of your employees and spotlight how they are demonstrating these core values. Customers desire to form human connections with brands, and your team is the face of your brand. Number 4, be transparent. The consumer wants a brand that they can trust. As I've mentioned earlier, be open and honest about your brand values. Wherever and whenever you have the opportunity to express them, make sure you do so without hesitation. Number 5, refine your message. Later in this training, I will explain how to develop your brand's voice and messaging. This will provide the perfect opportunity for your brand to introduce your values into how you speak to your audience. Above all, remember that your brand's values are an extremely important part of developing your brand strategy. Combined with your brand purpose, vision, and mission, your brand values will create an irresistible connection with your target demographic. All right, that is it for now. Be sure to review and complete the action guide for this module, and I will see you in the next session.